Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we see if a company is playing chess or checkers with your money. Today we're diving into Strategy Incorporated's latest report, and let's just say this one has a few more pieces moving than usual. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, if you like getting the real story behind corporate filings without all the jargon, make sure you are subscribed. And if you want to chat with us and other finance enthusiasts about these reports, join our Discord community linked in the description below. Alright, so Strategy Incorporated just dropped a Form 8K, which is basically a heads up on some pretty important stuff happening right now. Think of it as a special bulletin from the company. They've been busy making some moves with their different classes of stock, and this report gives us an update on that. We're talking about things like their preferred stock, and they're telling us how much they've been selling and what it means for the money they have available. Now, looking at their ATM update, ATM here doesn't mean the cash machine down the street, it stands for at the market offering. Basically, they've been selling some of their shares directly to the public over the past week, between the 15th of December and the 21st of December of 2025. For their STRF stock, which is the 10.00% Series A perpetual strike preferred stock, they actually didn't sell any shares during that period, but they still have a massive chunk of it available to sell. Over $1.6 billion worth. The same story goes for their STRC stock, the variable rate Series A perpetual stretch preferred stock, and their Stark stock, the 8.00% series of perpetual strike preferred stock. They're holding on to huge amounts of these, ready to sell if they need to. The one stock that actually saw some action was their MSTR stock, which is their class of common stock. They sold over 4.5 million shares of this during that week, bringing in a little over $747 million. This means they've got quite a bit left to sell too, with almost $12 billion of their common stock still available. It seems like they're keeping their options open to raise capital through selling their shares. Now, let's switch gears to something else Strategy Incorporated is known for Bitcoin. This report also gives us a crypto update. Good news for Bitcoin bulls, they acquired 0 Bitcoin this week. That's right, they really didn't buy any more digital gold between the 15th of December and the 21st of December. But don't mistake that for them getting out of crypto. As of the 21st of December 2025, they still hold a staggering 671,268 Bitcoin. That is a lot of digital coins with a reported purchase price of over $50 billion. Their average purchase price sits around $74,972 per Bitcoin. This shows they are staying committed to their Bitcoin strategy. Then there is this interesting tidbit about their US dollar reserve. Back on the 1st of December, they set up a reserve fund, initially at $1.44 billion, to help pay for things like dividends on their preferred stock and interest on their debts. And guess what? As of the 21st of December, that reserve has ballooned to $2.19 billion. This looks like they're proactively building up cash to meet their financial obligations, which is generally a good sign. They also make a point to say they can change this reserve fund whenever they want. Strategy Incorporated is also telling everyone to keep an eye on their website for updates. They call it their strategy dashboard. Basically, they're saying, hey, if you want to know what is going on, check our website. This is a pretty common way for companies to make sure everyone gets the same information at the same time, avoiding any insider trading issues. They're using it as a place to share information about their stock prices, their Bitcoin buys, and other key numbers. Now, let's put on our investor hats and look at the big picture here. Strategy Incorporated seems to be very actively managing its capital. They're not afraid to sell their stock when they see an opportunity, as evidenced by the massive amount of MSTR stock they sold recently. This is a classic move for companies looking to fund growth or perhaps further expand their crypto holdings without taking on debt. The fact that they haven't bought any Bitcoin this past week might seem like a pause, but their massive holdings show they are still heavily invested in the cryptocurrency. The increase in their US dollar reserve is a strong signal of financial prudence. They are building a cushion to ensure they can meet their financial commitments, which is reassuring for investors, especially with preferred stocks and debts involved. However, there are always risks, relying heavily on the market offerings means they could be diluting existing shareholders if they sell too much without a corresponding increase in business value. And of course, the price of Bitcoin is famously volatile. While they have a huge amount of it, any significant drop could impact their balance sheet and investor confidence. Overall, Strategy Incorporated appears to be navigating a complex financial landscape with a clear, albeit aggressive strategy. They are leveraging their stock market access to build up cash and maintain their significant Bitcoin positions. The key for them will be to balance capital raising with shareholder value and to manage the inherent risks of their cryptocurrency investments. Alright, that is our breakdown of Strategy Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.